Hey, solid Mustang out there. How is everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. Having a good day. We're going to be talking about Call of Duty ARs, the assault rifles in the Call of Duty here. I know I want to get some Battlefield out, but I promised you guys I would get ARs out, so let's get some ARs out. First one up here, we'll just go through the list. KN44, or the AK-47, or the AK-74U, however you want to do it. The XR2, kind of the combo between the FAMAS and the M16, followed by the HVK, followed by the ICR or ACR/M4, with the next up being the Man of War /FAL, followed by the Shivia, and last, and maybe least, the M8A7. So those are all your ARs. Let's get into where you use ARs. Because a lot of people say, well, the ARs stink. And then I'll sit there watching them, and they're either trying to snipe with an AR, or they're trying to use an AR as an SMG. You can't do that. That's not what they are. An AR is the in-between of those two. So you want a little bit of distance. You don't want to put the gun right into the guy's gut and pull the trigger. That is the SMG shotgun range. You want to stay on the kind of the back end of that, but you want to be inside the range or up closer than the sniper rifles. Sniper rifles, obviously at distance, have a great distance with damage. And SMGs have no distance, or limited distance and up close and personal. There is ways to kind of get in between those and stuff like that, but we'll get into that as we talk about the guns. So let's talk about these guns. Let's talk about the KN44 or the AK-47 or the AK-74U, because it is a mix between the two. And that's really what it is. It is a mix between those two weapons, and it's a good overall weapon. It truly is a good basic kind of gun. It's not, oh my god, incredible at any one thing, but it is a good basic gun. You can use grip and the quick draw. Other than that, you can put anything on it you want, and it's just fine. So again, it really is like an AK. And it's okay silence. It's not bad with the silencer either. Boy, I'm saying a lot. Sorry about that. Next up is going to be the KR2. This is your M16 or FAMAS variant. It's like the M16, the FAMAS had a kid, and they popped out the XR2. It's a full auto burst. So what it means is you shoot 3-round burst, but you don't have to let off the trigger. It's not like every time you pull the trigger it bursts. You hold down the trigger and it just fires off its rounds in a burst. So anyways, it's good at damage, good range, low recoil. You can get some rounds out. Not really that great close quarters. You can get some kills up close, but you really want to be a little bit of a distance out there to get those bursts on time, on target. So next up is going to be the HVK-30. This is one of my favorite ARs. This is my 1A on my favorite ARs. Quick draw and grip, I really like those two options on there. And other than that, you can start adding on here. Oh, I almost forgot. On the XR2, red dot, grip, long barrel. That's why I like to run that. You get a little more distance with the long barrel. The grip and red dot, you can really put rounds on target with that thing and really pick some people off. So back to the HVK, quick draw, grip, and then either a silencer or laser right now is where I've been rolling. Probably like a long barrel with the silencer, but with its rate of fire is really high, and the recoil without the grip is a little iffy. So, but if you put that grip on there and you got the silence on there, you can put a lot of rounds on the target very quickly, thus reducing its time to kill. And that's really what we're talking about, is time to kill times. You want to be able to kill somebody as rapidly as possible. So that's really good. My number one, probably by the slightest of margin, is the ICR, or let's face it, it's the M4 ACR Love Child. Grip and quick draw again here, because you do get in some close quarters with it. Its range is good. Its rate of fire is very good. It's got more range than the HVK, not quite the rate of fire, and damage is a little bit low, but because you're able to sit there, put a grip on this thing and use it almost like a laser, you can really rip down targets with it. You can really put out some rounds on it. And it's also good silence. It's a very good feeling gun. You'll like using that gun if you like SMGs and ARs. If you're kind of like me, you'll like that gun a lot. The Man of War, or an automatic FAL, if you will. I like the grip and red dot, and then you've got to go through the grind, and it's going to be a grind, and get the rapid fire. I don't like the iron sights very much on this one, so I'm definitely going to recommend the red dot on it. The other ones, they all have pretty good iron sights, but this is going to be my first one. I'm going to say, hey, you better be running with a red dot on this thing, or some kind of sight. Grip is another one. It's got pretty big recoil on it, but rapid fire is going to be a must. Its normal rate of fire is just a little bit too low, which is a good thing, because otherwise it'd be overpowered, and then when you put the rapid fire on there, it'd just be an absolute tear. Feels like they nerfed it a little bit from the opening day, just a touch. I mean, this could be my perception, but anyways, I just think, I don't know, it's got to have that rapid fire. You're going to need that, and it's going to be a grind to get it, but you got to have it. So next up are my two least favorite ARs, and they are the last two that you unlock. Shivia, red dot, long barrel, and after that is completely up to you. Follow that up by the M8, same thing, long barrel, red dot. Both their recoils are very low because they're both semi-auto. The Shivia is a semi-auto single shot, high damage, long range, but horrible in close quarters. You do not want to be in close quarters with that thing. And I don't care if you're playing against bots or anything else. You do not want to be in close quarters with that. You definitely want to give it some range. This one will also probably wouldn't be bad with like a ACOG type scope or something. I forget what they call it now. But some kind of little 4 zoom scope probably wouldn't be bad with the Shivia. Now, and the reason I really don't like it is because it doesn't have the power to be a sniper rifle, which it's not supposed to. It's an AR. It can't do anything up close. It just doesn't quite, because it's single shot, it doesn't have the rate of fire really to compete with the other ARs at their range. So it's really just a step below a sniper rifle. And so it can get a little rough. It can get a little rough using. The M8, I think, is a little bit better, but not a lot. Red dot, long barrel, grip is an option, but you don't have to have a grip on this thing. Same thing with the Shivia. Semi-auto, 4-round burst. It's a true semi-auto. It's not like the XR2, which is a automatic burst. This is a full semi-auto. Every time you pull the trigger, 4 rounds come out. Typically takes 2 bursts to drop somebody, maybe a third. I wouldn't put a silencer on either one of those two, just for the simple fact of you're going to need that range. That's your asset. More of a long barrel is going to be it. Again, this gun, this M8, is bad up close. You're going to be really bad up close. But at distance, not too bad. And the nice thing is with the Shivia and the M8 is which, by the way, you may also want to run some high caliber because you can get headshots with this thing. So you might want to be taking that. That might help your time to kill, reduce that down a little bit. So if I gotta go my order here, I'm going to go the ICR, HVK, XR2, KM44, Man of War. Now I flip those once you get the Man of War ranked up higher. You start getting the things you need on it. You can flip those. But those are all really good. And then you got I go to the M8, A7, and then the Shivia being my least favorite of all the guns. So anyways, those are all the ARs. And I guess I didn't put out a list of my least to favorites, or at least two favorite on the SMG, or favorite to least, however you want to do it. So we'll do that now, as I promised to do. Number one for me on the SMGs was CODBO. Next up would be the Vesper, followed up by the VMP. Oh, nope, I screwed that all up. Sorry. First up is the CODBO, then the Razorback. I forgot about that one. Then the Vesper, then the VMP, then the Weevil, then the Pharaoh. That would be my order for the SMGs, since somebody was interested in that. By the way, if I've got a couple people, hey, you know, what do you think about this? What do you think about that? And one thing I get stuck on, and I didn't know if I should do or not, if you ask me a question or something like that, you send me a message, especially a lot of people are private messaging me in YouTube. They're not, you know, putting it in the comments below, they're messaging me. And that's fine, that's great. I have no problem with that, but I don't know if I can put your name out there. Because I don't know if you're doing that so your name isn't out there. And if that's true, you know, that's fine. But let me know if you want, you know, because I'd like to give, some of you guys got some great comments and stuff like that, and I really want to give you guys credit. So if you put in the comments, I'm going to assume that, hey, you know, if this is out in public, I don't care. But if, you know, if you're going to message me, just let me know if I can use that in the public, if your name in the public area, because I don't want to offend anybody. You know, we're here to have fun. So, speaking of having fun, I am going to be putting out some Battlefront, and because I've been having a lot of fun with that game too. Got some videos almost ready for that. Anyway, thanks a lot for watching. Got more to come. Next up will be the LMGs and Black Ops and some stuff on Battlefront. Thanks again for watching. This is Sal the Mustang. Yep, I've got your 6.